Right, okay, welcome back to Unfamiliar Setting, where we're still doing the same old formats.
That wasn't too bad.
I know.
It was very Ant and Dec, that.
We have a movie to promote, and so we have to do this on our channel.
We're not No, that's what the actors do, isn't it?
Is it? Okay. These are some of the most Googled questions about True Geordie and Laurence Mckenna that you will see. Okay, what is a True Geordie? A good question.
I don't really know. Doesn't mean that I would
the
say.
answer's up there, I'll give you the money myself. Right. What is a True Geordie?
When I
it's
wrote
sort of a
the
gross...
When I wrote
vegetable.
the Nile Ranger video title out, someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about, you know. I'm going to speak the truth.
Right.
And I am a Geordie.
Do you think I was a bit arrogant in retrospect?
I wasn't thinking straight at the time.
Clearly not.
I was in a hurry to just get this video out. It was like, dumb.
The next one, True Geordie, Irish.
I definitely have Irish blood.
Yeah,
There's
which bit?
No doubt about that. But more overall, Viking. Valhalla is where I'm ending up. Just give me my sword before I die and send me to the Viking heaven where I'll fight for the rest of eternity.
Just to be absolutely clear, are you Irish?
I am not officially Irish.
True Geordie, a boxer.
No.
You do have a dog. Have you ever boxed?
If I was 20 and all this YouTube boxing shit was going on, I might be like, yeah, go on.
love it.
I kind of like being the sort of big brother to the community and interviewing all, and that's my sort of passion. So I'd like to do that.
You do look a bit like a boxer as well. What weight class would you be?
Put it this way, and this is, I'm not proud of this.
No.
Tyson Fury fought at about 260 pounds, and I'm a lot heavier than him.
Yeah. How tall is True Geordie? 6'9". He's massive.
6'3.5", 6'4", something like that. Because everyone expects me to be tall, but when they meet Laurence, because I make Laurence look sort of regular size, they're surprised because Laurence is 6'2".
6'1", 6'1"ish. Yeah, getting there. Definitely getting there.
You're the one who surprises people when we meet them because we're both tall.
And we sort of stand next to each other, and I can just do that and put my arm sort of there, whereas most people think I'm going to be like, Brian, can we go for a little biscuit or something?
Like Stephen tries.
Yeah. How much money does True Geordie earn? Not enough would be the answer.
Earning would suggest there's hard work going into this, and I haven't done that for quite some time.
Yeah.
If I haven't done that, for a good 8 years now.
Brian actually often just looks at me and goes, we'll just phone this one in.
Any money I've got is more than I deserve.
And I can absolutely agree with that. Slow as possible. Can those hooves get that? Where is Laurence Mckenna from?
Where are you from, Laurence?
That's a good question. I was born in Liverpool, and then I moved to a place called Burton.
Born in Liverpool, home of the Beatles.
Yep.
And I saw her face.
Some people said I could have been part of the Beatles.
Now I'm a believer.
That's the Monkees.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What's the main Beatles one?
I wanna hold your hand.
Is Here Comes the Sun. Do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
Here comes the sun.
And I say it's alright. Victor, hit the piano.
What's Burton famous for then?
Burton's famous for brewing things, and it's famous for Marmite.
And one day, when we drive into Burton, it will say home of LMCK.
Yeah. Curse these iron lands.
It's almost like a slow reveal, isn't it? It's like a wow. It's a big surprise, yeah.
How much does Laurence Mckenna, clinical psychologist, cost?
Oh, there's another.
Now,
I honestly want to see you and him on top of some sort of metal steel structure, holding swords, saying there can be only one.
right.
How old is Laurence Mckenna?
How old is Laurence Mckenna? Funny you should ask. I've just turned 30. Thanks.
How does it feel to be 30? Because a lot of people, in your mind, when you're 16, 17, you got a vision of what your life's going to look like
Old
at
as
30. What was the vision?
Working in media.
Check.
Having a job.
Check.
I wanted a girlfriend. I wanted a beautiful flat.
You wanted a girlfriend, but a beautiful flat.
Yeah.
Got it the other way around.
Yeah.
So,
Put the Instagram picture up. So,
that was, I would rate that.
I wanted happiness. And you know what? I'm happy working with you guys
What
every
is
day.
happiness? What
This
is
makes me
happiness?
happy.
What is happiness?
This makes me happy.
Really? Does Laurence Mckenna live with True Geordie?
We've actually never lived in the same place together.
I think it works better that way, though.
No, it's much better that I turn up and you feel a sense of ownership over it. Something that is a 50-50 project.
It's not just that, though. It's hard, even when you really like someone, to spend all day, every day together. It's fucking hard. Does Laurence Mckenna have a YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I do. I do actually have a YouTube channel. It's got 2,800 subscribers on it. If you want to go and subscribe, I'll
What's
be more
the point?
because I'll put something up on it in the end.
Yeah, one.
Brian doesn't want me to get too much autonomy, so he always goes, whoa, let's rein that in. I'll be having that.
In all seriousness, can we cut this out?
So, where? What do you think this question's going to be?
Where did he get his tattoo?
Where did True Geordie get his lion tattoo?
I've actually had people message me for this.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a sad story about this one. The guy who did my lion tattoo is no longer with us. He passed away, bless him. It was a 20-hour piece, roughly. He says, like, your arms are so wide that you've got, like, it's like a back piece almost. This. So we did 10 hours.
I mean, you must have spent so much time talking to him.
Oh, yeah. Like, so he was a big Newcastle fan. His name was Dean Taylor. It's nice that I've got something that he made to, like, have there.
How heavy is True Geordie?
Too heavy right now. I'm 23 stone. Wow. In the new year, I'm going to try and do something about it.
You're going to try and get heavier?
Liposuction.
Brilliant.
No. I'm going to go on a diet, basically.
Can we film that? Make that a little journey of yours?
Maybe, but, like, what if I just fail?
Well, then that'll be part of the video. Maybe we should
True Geordie, still fat.
What car does True Geordie? What's your dream car? You can't say Audi R8 anymore because Jez has got one.
I'm thinking like a BMW 7 Series or 8 Series is nice. The Ferrari 458, just fast as fuck, looks slick. I remember when JJ got his Lamborghini and that, and he had it wrapped and it looked fucking amazing. And you're just like, God, this is possible from YouTube. One thing that pisses me off about Newcastle, living in Newcastle, the weather is shit. I love a convertible, music on, having fun.
Like, your beard.
I know you look like a posing dick, but like,
that's you.
You just want to have fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to have fun. And like I come from nothing, so if I can get to a car where I'm like, yeah, then good for me.
I agree. Let's start a GoFundMe to get Brian his dream convertible car. Link in the description. That'll be good. Has True Geordie met Iskra Laurence?
I love that.
For those of you who don't know, Iskra Laurence is sort of a...
Gone from dream car to dream girl.
Right, let's say that.
I think she's just a combination of all of the things that I like looks-wise in a woman.
She's got all the food.
Yeah, when you're on Instagram, though, it's like a sweet shop. There's something for everyone, Laurence.
Right.
And she just happens to be my perfect flavour.
If you could imagine her as a flavour, what flavour would she be?
Strawberry.
Wow.
Strawberry and cream.
Strawberry and cream. And that is what your nicknames would be, wouldn't it? You go, my little strawberry, and she'd say, my pot of cream.
No, but
yeah.
I mean, that's one way to put it.
That's one way of putting it. Do you know what I mean?
I just...
always a full pot around this household.
It's weird, though, because sometimes you can look at a woman, you just feel something.
Right. What do you think this question is? It says, did True Geordie vote for...
Brexit.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. I didn't vote either way.
Wow. Fuck your little system, David Cameron, you said.
I didn't.
You didn't. Brilliant. Staying political.
Is Laurence Mckenna left wing? Not his starting position at the Wembley Cup.
No.
His political position.
Okay. I didn't have a starting position at the Wembley Cup. Politically, I do lean left. And I do find I can relate to people in the right wing. I see their problems and I think, I'd like to help you solve that. It's just that we come to different conclusions. Some of you think you need to kill the foreigners. And I think we need to help the foreigners.
What university did Laurence Mckenna go to?
See, it's called Goldsmiths. It's in South London. Great university.
Full of hippies.
Full of creative types.
They're always on strike there.
Or as Brian calls them.
What did you learn, though?
I got independence. I got to move to London, and I learned the importance of independent learning.
So you got independence, you got to learn, and you got a place in London on the cheap. And you can get more of that if you go to Goldsmiths. I think I'm the only person who didn't go to uni in our whole thing.
Will dropped out though, didn't he?
Will's very bright. Will could have fucking smashed uni if he wanted to.
Instead, he's smashing life.
Stephen went and did a course.
I mean, he did a course. I'm
comedy?
Not sure. Yeah, he did a comedy. He did a comedy degree. Max, his friend, hasn't officially graduated because he refused to pay a library fine.
That's the most Max story I've ever heard. Is Laurence Mckenna related to Paul McKenna? Is one of the questions.
My dad is called Paul McKenna, but not the hypnotist Paul McKenna. Although often when people do go, the Paul McKenna, he'll just go, and you're back in the room. And they go, what? And he's like, see ya. And we walk away together laughing and saying, it'll be funny when they peck at the floor like a chicken.
What happened with Laurence Mckenna's neighbour?
I'm assuming they're referring to the neighbour from the 5th podcast, which pretty much, and you'll admit this, made the podcast the success it is today.
I won't admit that.
No. This guy was so crazy.
He was religious, wasn't he?
He was heavily religious, came from a very angry sect of Muslim people in America. And I went up to him, I said, look, I'm going to have my friend over. And he said, man should never lay with man. And I was like, I'm not going to fuck him. I'm just going to sleep in the same bed as him. And in many ways, my friend and I have always slept in the same bed whenever he visits, just because, So we're laying in bed at night. For some reason, I've suggested that we listen to Barack Obama's audiobook.
I don't know what was going through your head.
And out of nowhere, I hear music, like prayer music. And
Can you reenact some of that for us?
Prayer music, right?
What's prayer music, though?
Sort of, hey, like a... It's not like that, right? It's nothing like that. Think of that. It's not that, all right? So we both go to the window and we go, weirdly, the music's coming from behind us.
It's like a horror movie, this bit, isn't it?
So
it's like, oh my God,
the music's
it's coming from inside the house.
You better start believing in prayers. You're in one. And I said, what? Like in my tone, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's like, what are you playing in your room? And I was like, Barack Obama. And he says, I don't care what Barack Obama has to say. And I was like, oh, well. And then it got into a bit of a confrontation.
Well, you should. You're American.
And then one night there was a threat of a gun and didn't go well.
I'll never forget the text message coming through saying he's got a gun. I remember being like, this is going to be great podcast material. Fuck my friend's health. Oh, I've struck gold.
It's when your friends reply to that with a laughy cry face, just they are so happy that you realise...
I was just like, this is insane.
It's when you realise you've got a keeper at that point. Do you know what I mean?
Wow, what a... I think we've got one more question.
I think we probably do.
How much did you spend on your football nets, Laurence? Tell the people, they want to know.
My net worth. You would only Google the phrase net worth if you thought we were worth a lot, which means we are premium. That's all that matters. See you again on XO. That was us answering our most
Googled
questions. Oh, that was us answering our most Googled questions. Next time, Will and Stephen will be doing it together.
Yeah.
If you want to see your question Googled, go and Google it a lot, and then it'll pop to the top of the questions.
I don't know. But thanks for watching, and subscribe. We'll see you later.
On XO. Can we just get a thumbnail image? Yeah, of course. Brilliant.
People who work with us, man.
Literally the worst thing.